When we're talking about the power of KALB television, we're talking about it belonging to the community. It really has nothing to do with the TV station, or even, for that matter, who's on television. It's the relationship with the community and the community telling us what they want us to cover and us rising to that challenge, and again, in all platforms, answering those questions.
Well, at KALB, we call ourselves your local station, and that really means something to us because the people that work here, we live here, and we want to see the community that we live in become better.
We've hired a whole staff of people here within the station who have a commitment to excellence. It's a fine line, but we never want to be looked at as being the best all the time in an arrogant way, but knowing that we really have the products and services to offer a client to grow their business in a way that no one else can.
And it's actually hard to think about all the stories that we had this past year, from the David Strahler story when the Black Hawk helicopter crashed in Florida, to river flooding, to Marksville. Those were three major things that we've covered, and we handled well. It's been so long since we've had a national event in our backyard, and to have three major ones and to pull them off flawlessly, it tells a lot about our team.
We had a 6-year-old shot and killed in Marksville, which was a shocking development. And for a small news organization like KALB Television, it was a big challenge. But we had the connections, and in many cases were ahead of the story in actual factual evidence of what was going on as it was developing than any other media organization on earth. And I say that because we had The Guardian and some other news organizations that are worldwide news organizations descend upon this small southern town.
A lot of times, you know, these areas that people want to talk to local news before a network. They trust the smaller station. So I think at the end of the day, when you're looking at a major event like that and you're saying that my product mirrors that or is even better in some cases, I think you feel really proud.
And again, you've got reporters who are in their first year of being reporters, and in a way, they're almost better because they look at things with clear eyes before the hood of cynicism comes upon them. So I was very proud of the television station and the news department as a whole.
Last year, our news director had some medical issues. He had a stroke, and he was out for a few months. We weren't sure if he was going to be coming back. We were really in jeopardy, not only because we were down a man, but we were really down a family member. And you know, everyone kind of rallied together behind our news director. Everyone kind of took on that role, and we realized just how hard of a job it is, but together I think it made us stronger.
We really went an entire half a year without leadership in the news department. It's interesting to note that without leadership, the staff was able to kind of rise above and actually move us in a course for a better digital future, which is important to everybody and important to the flow of information to all of our viewers.
For the television business to survive as a whole, they really have to become a digital agency. So I'm really happy to announce in the last 4 or 5 months, you know, we've not only hired a digital sales coordinator, but we've also hired an internet manager. Yes, we're a TV station first and foremost as it's still the most dominant form of advertising, but there's this whole other section that changes daily and it's really hard to keep up with. We've now hired people that specifically look at that, and 100% of their job is figuring out the new trends and the new products and the new services that are out there available, and finding out how we can offer those to our clients as a service as opposed to outsourcing somewhere else.
We really love to be involved here in the community in Central Louisiana. We do that through a lot of different events, including Shred Fest. This year we shredded more than 30 tons of documents for people. In addition to that, we also have the Christmas Cheer Food Drive. We've been doing this for about 25 years now, where we collect canned goods with the help of schools around Central Louisiana in Rapides, Avoyelles, and Natchitoches Parish. Now, just because we've been doing events like Shred Fest and the Christmas Cheer Food Drive for more than 25 years, doesn't mean that we're getting stale, though. We have new events that we're always looking forward to doing to make our community better. Those are things like Dancing with the Sin-Law Stars, where we actually had anchor talent dancing in a dance competition. That was really fun to see. Some of our anchors should probably stay on the desk.
The most important thing that we do is listen to the community member and then meet the requirements that they have of us for information. And KALB Television and its staff and the community have an unparalleled partnership in getting this done with one another.